dust storm, man. Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
All right, so last week we had a good run of a lot of complaining, but this week we're going to be looking for a little redemption. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe, and of course with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey Doug, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good, Joe. I see what you did there. How you doing?
I try.
Right. That's
right.
funny.
So how you doing?
I'm all right. And you?
Good.
Yes.
All right, so
yeah.
I mean, I just to keep the complaint train rolling a little bit.
Right. There we go.
I mean, we can't go for redemption and then complain again, right? We got to get the complaining out of the way.
Yes, we should do that.
All right, so Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
So we're gonna do another Lego Star Wars.
Right.
Okay, whatever. But Lego Star Wars Halloween.
Right.
Now,
I was gonna say,
I'd like to mention that Detours is a problem because Detours, pokes fun at Star Wars canon. It's a parody.
I see what you're saying. Yep.
Really?
I think we all know that this is going to be not really scary. It's going to be kind of like funny. It's Lego.
Oh, yeah. Well, my complaint wasn't that it was going to be scary. That's for sure.
Yeah. But it's going to be
Parody,
poking fun at Star Wars for sure. Yeah, we know that.
I mean, do you see the poster art?
I have not, actually. Or is that the one with the lightsaber coming out of the ground? Or no?
Lightsaber coming out of the ground with the tombstone says rest in pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's StarWars.com.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm not super excited about it, but it'll be worth watching. I understand what you're saying about Detours. That's something that we've been waiting for forever.
All right, let's just. You're excited to see this, right? Let's just look at what they have to say about it a little bit.
Okay.
So after the events of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker,
Yes.
Poe Dameron and BB-8 must make an emergency landing on a volcanic planet, Mustafar.
Yep.
Where they meet the greedy and conniving Graballa the Hutt.
Right.
The crime boss has purchased Darth Vader's castle and is renovating it into the galaxy's first all-inclusive Sith-inspired luxury hotel. Guaranteed it's going to be about $1,500 a night.
Ha! Yes.
So,
the only thing that it sounds like we're missing here is going to be Vincent Price. I'm just saying. I don't know. It sounds like good fun to me. Now, I don't know. What don't you like, Joe?
The fact that Detours hasn't been released.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm being real here. I don't care about this stuff, right? This doesn't bother me.
Right.
That they're doing this. This is fine. This is cool. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. But for some unknown reason, Detours is a problem.
Yeah. I mean,
and their reason is, we didn't want to do parody. We're trying to take this seriously. Bullshit.
Right. How do I say this, Joe? Should I just come out and say it?
Yeah.
Okay. I do believe And judging from some of what the little sneak peeks we did get to see of Detours, I think there would be more of this. I have a feeling that some of the humor in Detours might grind against some people's sensitivities these days. So I got a feeling that they're thinking this would not appeal to enough of the Star Wars audience to be worth showing. That's my guess.
Enough of the Star Wars audience or enough of the audience they want to target?
Well, you could debate that too. I mean, it's all speculation, but it's my guess.
I just don't like, so what I've seen of Detours so far, right? There are 2 entire episodes?
I believe
on YouTube.
So something like that, yeah.
What I've seen so far, I have not seen anything that is outside the realm of what Lego would do.
Right.
I haven't seen anything offensive. I've seen stuff that pokes fun at Star Wars, sure.
Yeah. Now, we all know that the crew behind Detours, they can get offensive with some of their other works.
Yes.
I mean, that's for sure. Just look at Robot Chicken. It's
but here's the thing, right? George Lucas was working on this project personally.
Yes, absolutely.
Alongside that, like, I don't believe for 1 second that this project was that offensive to where it cannot be released.
So do you think I'm completely missing the mark? Do you think that they're simply not releasing it because this is a George Lucas product and they're looking to move forward from that now?
Probably.
Wow.
Probably. I think it's that petty.
Man, that would
in
be a
recent
shame.
Weeks, like where we're at right now, what we've seen over the past couple weeks, I think this is that petty.
It could be. It could be, because you're right.
Hell, they don't even want to pay the people that are working for them. Like,
exactly.
So,
yes. Moving on. Okay.
yeah, it's probably a good place to break from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just it's seeming to me like there's more to this than just it's parody.
Right.
Because the second you put out Lego Star Wars, I'm like, okay, now you don't care about parody, or you do?
Right.
Because Lego Star Wars is all parody. Everything about it is humor.
Yes.
That's the Lego way.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be lighthearted, fun.
Yep.
And none of my complaints are about Lego Star Wars at all, because I find them entertaining.
Sure. Hey, I said I was looking forward to it, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's fun. It should be fun. This is what this is about. Detour seems to have something else driving it away, and I think it's because it was a product that was finished before Disney had their hand in it.
Very well.
And that's
could
that.
Be. It could be, yeah.
And they're looking at it like, oh shit, we got to pay someone else.
Yeah, maybe.
They don't like paying the people they hired. Why would they want to pay someone else?
That's right. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Moving on. Where do we want to go, Doug? Where do we want to go?
Well, let's talk about paying people or not.
Oh, okay.
So, we touched on this. It was last week, right? Scarlett Johansson in the whole lawsuit because of the box office release, and
Right.
Concurrent with the streaming release of Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of goes with the territory here, but from Pirates and Princesses, they're saying Scarlett Johansson rumored to be blacklisted by Disney over the lawsuit now, which, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I think my first thought was, oh, she just got Carano'd. But, there's actually a little more substance behind this one.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's two different ways of looking at this, right?
Yeah.
One, if you sue the company you're working for, you typically don't come out the other side working for them.
That's usually how that would go, yeah.
Yeah, that's typically the way it goes. And then, with what we just talked about, wow, they really don't like paying people, do they? Really?
Exactly. It's
you
funny.
want us to honor your contract?
Yeah.
Piss off.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they go on to say here, following the lawsuit, Disney has been criticized for its fiery public response to the suit. Now, thanks to one of our trusted and proven inside sources, we've learned that Disney has closed their ties and future projects with Scarlett Johansson. We can count on this, meaning that Disney intends to not move forward with the projects they've publicly announced, like Tower of Terror. So, which that was announced just in June. So,
So they're like not even going to recast. They're just like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore.
I don't know about that. I'm sure they'll, I don't know.
They're going to recast her with The Rock.
Oh, sure. That'll work. I don't know, man. This is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's there's always a problem in some, everyone's got to like pick a side and you know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Well, I mean, because it's weird because you can look at this from both sides and understand both sides of this conflict, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Disney's like, look, our hand was forced with the box office release because we're in the middle of a pandemic, all that stuff. Like, our hand was forced. We had to do this.
Right.
We're a business. We have to make money.
Yes.
At the same time, they didn't adjust said contract based on that.
Right.
And probably made a good portion of, I'm going to say it's probably a good portion of her pay relied on box office.
I would imagine
Otherwise, suit wouldn't be a thing here.
Right. I mean, I think.
And who wouldn't sign on to like rely on box office for a Marvel project, right?
Exactly.
With the way Marvel has been selling, why would you not say, oh, what, I can make more money if I'm contingent here?
Right.
So
that goes back to like the same kind of deals George was making back in the 70s, right? It's like, just give me the toy rights, Right. And it's like, he knew, right? Just like I think Scarlett Johansson and her agent, whatever, I don't know, knew this thing gets released in the box office, in the theaters, the box office take is going to be great. It's all good. Well, things happened. And.
Well, I mean, it's a lot like Star Wars, right? I mean, Marvel fans are going to show up.
Absolutely.
So even if it does bad for a Marvel film. Right,
yes.
It's still going to be good because it's a Marvel film.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be...
Bad's relative.
Right. It's going to be better than most other, movie of the weeks out there.
Right. So, yeah, they definitely had some miscommunication here.
Yeah, well, obviously things changed from when the contract was signed. But, I don't know. In some ways, you could look at Disney and say, come on, you even with everything going on, you could have done something for her, right? Well, then you can look at it from the other point of view and be like, well, maybe you should have had some sort of contingency plan written into this contract as well, where, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have been pushing like everything's different based on point of view, right? Like
exactly. Yeah. But this is, we've talked about it before, right?
They put 2 books out about that, right? From a certain point of view.
They have. This move, not move, but adjustment to streaming services and things, and we've seen a lot of first run stuff hitting streaming services at the same time as box office, and it's going to be messy,
right?
To put it simply. This is not all going to be a smooth transition. Things are going to get messy. There's going to be some people hurt in the process, and it sucks. But I think that's what we're going to see for a little bit here until all of the fine details get hammered out. And
right.
Once they do, then I think we're going to see like a different landscape in how movies are released. So,
right. I mean, it really didn't work out for Disney though. Like this suit came up. And then they released their pricing for, Galactic Star Cruiser, and it's like 4
right.
fingers and your firstborn.
Yes.
Like
exactly.
They're not making their case any stronger there. Like,
no.
It's not about money.
This is something a lot of people have said for a long time, and I have kind of given Disney a pass because it's like, where else can you go to get that kind of experience? But it's like, okay. Now we're just getting a little bit overboard here. This one stings, Disney. This one's exactly.
Like literally the same week.
Yep.
It's like, yeah. Can you believe her? She's suing us for not paying her. Oh, by the way, if you want to come to our hotel, you got a family of 4. Oh, that'll be $6,000 for 2 nights.
Yep.
What? Oh, don't worry. You get 2 breakfasts, 2 lunch, 2 dinners.
Yeah.
Why the hell do I need that?
Right.
I eat one of each.
I won't be.
So you're contributing to obesity. Like this is.
I'm assuming that's one for each day, right? I mean.
No.
No?
I don't think so. It said per day.
Oh.
You get 2 of each.
Well, that's kind of strange then. Okay. I will say I ran that one by the wife, and yeah, we're not going anytime soon.
She told you to piss off.
No, she wasn't mean about it or anything. She was shocked and horrified, but as she should be, because
it's like, wait, $6,000 for 2 days,
right?
You realize we can pull off a Disney trip for a week for $10,000, right?
Right, exactly.
Like, and that's like doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they lost their shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Redemption. We're looking for redemption. Okay. Guess we're not quite there yet.
Okay.
Taika Waititi.
What's new with him?
So, he was being asked about his Star Wars film.
Yes.
So while the script is still in its infancy, they at least know the direction and they have a story. Okay. So, good news. He's making a film and they have a story.
Good to have. Good to have, yeah.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Breaking news. They're going to do something, and they wrote something.
Right.
This was a, duh moment, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson had a story.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't mesh, but yeah, they had.
No, I mean, they didn't have the same story. I mean, they had stories. They were different, but.
That's funny. So I gotta say, I think Taika's giving it away a little bit here. Where he says, I tend to go down that little sincerity alleyway in my films. I like to fool the viewer into thinking, ha, it's this. And then going, damn it, you made me feel something. So I mean, is he telling us all the way this far out, like that, hey, I'm going to pull a switcheroo on you? I mean,
I don't know if that's what he was going for there. Like, I don't know if those two things are connected. Like, with the way he worded everything. Like, a lot of these stories are, like, breaking it up that way. But I think he's saying he's liking the idea that, like, I got you because you thought, it's this. And then even though it wasn't what you expected, you're like, damn. I felt that.
right.
So I think that's the way he's going there. Like,
Okay.
you maybe expect something. You then, subverted my expectations.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Yeah.
But then in the end, I was like, wow, that connected with me.
Right.
And judging by his appearance in The Mandalorian, he kind of did that, right?
Yeah.
You felt like
Right.
that was something you were wanting, but didn't know you were wanting it. That's basically where I'm getting. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So the way I was seeing it, you talk about the Mandalorian, right? He kind of was the IG-11 droid, right? So I'm just thinking of that and how at first, we're thinking, oh, great, Mando's going to have to fight this droid or whatever. And in the end, the droid sacrifices itself for saving Grogu. So,
right.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're thinking it's going to be one way initially, ends up being another way. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, murder droid, and then murder droid's like nurse droid.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to Queel. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's the way it's been framed.
Right.
It's like, you thought it was this, but haha. And then you're like, damn it, you made me feel like it was going to be this way, and now I'm mad at you. No, that's not what he meant.
Right.
I think he set you up thinking you're going to see what you want to see. Then you see something different, and you're happy about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, damn it,
yes.
I'm happy. Why am I happy? I should be mad.
Right.
So I can respect that.
Yeah.
He wants to weave these things in that connect with us and then go a different way than we thought. Surprise us, and wow, holy crap, that really hit me.
Right on.
And I like that. Like, we shouldn't go in knowing what's going to happen. That's just dumb, right?
Yeah, I agree there. I'm just happy that the man's thinking about Star Wars. That's with a movie eventually coming, he's thinking about Star Wars. That's good to know.
And he's got a story.
Exactly.
Which means they're actually emailing this time.
Yeah.
All right. So this lightsaber.
Which lightsaber?
The real lightsaber that they're supposed to have at Galactic Star Cruiser.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. This got teased again. Albeit very quickly.
Right. Brief. Yeah.
Very, very brief. I mean, it's, 8 seconds?
Right.
In this Imagineering trailer. But there's a lot of hype around this thing.
Heck yeah.
And, I mean, for $6,000 for 2 nights, there better be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they should give you one of these, right? I mean,
for that price, yeah.
Just saying. Anyway.
That should be the door prize.
Right.
That's where we're all going to feel like suckers, right? Because it's going to be, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
There's going to be that. But wait, there's more in it.
Yes. So
what do you think about this?
Okay, I was just going to ask you, but okay.
Ha-ha.
You want to know what I think? I think this thing looks really cool. My only issue with it is, man, that hilt. It's like you took 3 soda cans and taped them together. Yeah,
it's massive. That's exactly where I was going to go with this. It is really freaking cool.
Right.
Like, wow, that looks amazing.
Yep.
If that is not edited at all and that is what it looks like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But that hilt is ridiculously big.
It is. They got to do some like fine tuning on that. They got to, if it's a little longer, okay. Some lightsabers are longer than others, okay. But man, you got to get that diameter down a little bit. It's a little bit.
It's big.
It's big, yeah.
It's big. But like at the same time, you're gonna be like you walk in with that thing and people are gonna be like, huh, what's going on with you, man? Look at that hilt. That's ridiculous. And you go, and
right.
People are gonna be like, holy crap.
Yes.
They're gonna forget about the fact that it looks like 3 soda cans taped together.
Until all of your conventions ban those things, because then someone will take an eye out, you know.
Right.
Just saying.
But at this, like, it definitely balances out here because it's like, oh, that's kind of dumb. It's big. And then he hits the button. It's like, oh, crap.
Yeah, it's real.
It's amazing.
Yes.
And this is what we talked about leading up to this, right? We're looking at the drawings and the filings and stuff like that for that. And we're going, wow, there's no way this thing is going to be that small.
Right. Yeah, we did talk about all that. Yeah, how do you fit all of that mechanism into a lightsaber hilt?
Turns out you can. You got to make it bigger.
You got to make it big, exactly.
And way big, like 3 times the size.
Yes.
But
hey.
I mean, if that's what it looks like, if that is, like I said, not edited at all, that is legit. That's pretty sweet.
I have to agree, and I got a feeling that this is legit. I
do too.
I don't see. They're really hyping this up. And if they hype it up this much, and then come to find out, oh no, we were like doing some fancy editing here, there would be a ton of backlash on that. So,
but at the same time, it's like the hilt you're using right there. That's Anakin's hilt, right?
it looks like, yeah,
that's a very familiar lightsaber hilt.
right.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hilt's never been that big.
No, and that's that. You bring up a good point because it's like you could make this somebody else's hilt. Yeah.
Probably would have been a better move
Yes.
because it's like, oh wow, theirs is just bigger.
Exactly. Theirs is bigger. It's like everybody knows that original lightsaber though, and you can't. I don't know. You can't sneak that one by everyone if you're gonna do it in that form factor.
Right. Still freaking sweet.
Yeah.
I really want to see this thing,
Right.
like in person.
Yeah, me too.
Because between the last trailer we got and this sneak peek, wow, that looks cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And how did you do that?
I know. We saw the patent filings and all that. The breakdown of the guts of it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I still am not quite sure how it's working, but
I mean, I'm not going to lie right now. If I could get one of these in my hand, the first thing I'm going to do is take it apart.
oh god, yeah, you might have to buy 2 for that, right? Just to leave one together and then take the other one apart because
No, I mean, I'll get it back together. It might take a while.
Where'd these 47 other pieces come from?
What the hell is this?
Exactly.
No. I need the hydro spanner.
Right. Yeah. Hey, who knew that lightsabers ran flux capacitors?
Right. No, but this thing looks really sweet.
It does.
And while it's huge, it definitely huge.
Yes.
I feel like we can kind of ignore that a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
At least for Gen 1.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Gen 1, right? This is the first time we're seeing any of this. I have no doubt that they're frantically working on scaling this down, while maintaining whatever mechanism that is that makes the blade come out. So,
right.
I Can't wait.
Right.
Be cool.
Have something to add to the conversation? Or you just want to let us know how we're doing? Email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. That's the best place to get in on the action. But if social media is a little more to your liking, @TheWarsAndMore on Twitter is always a good place to interact with us. And we're also on Facebook, facebook.com/TheWarsAndMore. And of course, your portal to this and everything else, The Wars and More, is thewarsandmore.com.
All right. So it's been fun lately. We get to talk about video games a lot more often than usual.
Yeah.
Nothing's come out,
Right.
but we're talking about it.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's 1313. Repeat. On repeat. Right?
Right.
No, something's going to come out eventually. And that's not fair. That's not fair. Star Wars video games have been much more vibrant than they have been in years past.
True. Yes.
We got 2 Battlefront games, we got Jedi Fallen Order,
Right.
and we got Squadrons.
Yeah.
So I'm not being totally fair. But the expectations were built up that it would be more than this.
Yeah.
But that being said, expectations and all that jazz, EA confirms that Jedi Fallen Order, well, loosely confirms
Okay. Okay.
that there will at least be a sequel. And they even went so far as to call it a franchise.
Okay.
Now, when I hear the word franchise, I'm definitely not thinking one.
Right.
One release is not a franchise. Period.
Exactly.
So we're looking at least 2.
Yeah. So when you think franchise, I mean, you might be thinking of Star Wars as a whole, but this would be like a sub-franchise within Star Wars itself, right?
I mean, I'll even compare it to restaurants, right? You don't hear restaurant franchise and there's only 2.
True.
One or
Yes.
2, right? Like it's a franchise. There's multiple, right? Like they're
Yes.
all over the place.
Yeah. So using verbiage like that would definitely lead you to believe that there is a lot more coming.
I would say trilogy at the very least
Yeah.
when I hear that word. So I hope they know what they're doing. But it's EA, so I know they don't know what they're doing.
Oh, man. Come on.
I know. Not fair. Not fair. I keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you aren't justified, but
Yeah, it's not like they've given me 15 years of not being able to believe them.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, here's this new sports game. It's like, this is last year.
Exactly.
You just changed the menu.
Hey, they got to change something to slap a new year on it. That's...
Yeah. I mean, that's legally they have to do something.
I mean, you weren't thinking of suing, though, were you, Joe?
No, it's
Oh,
really not my
okay.
thing.
Good.
Really not my thing. If there's something I don't like more than EA, like it's lawyers.
Right. Yeah.
Because they always overpromise, right? Like if EA overpromises, lawyers really overpromise.
Yes, exactly. That's funny.
But okay, this is exciting though, right? Like if they're being for real here, and we're talking franchise,
Right.
We're talking at least 2, maybe 3 Jedi Fallen Order games. This is exciting.
Absolutely, it's exciting. I mean, I got a feeling they're really looking to, get some mileage out of the character, right? That's Cal Kestis, right?
Yeah.
And it's you can tell from a lot of the online chatter, right? Whenever there's a new rumor coming out, is it in that timeline, and could we see Cal Kestis in this show or this other project that someone's doing in Star Wars, so there's a lot of love for the character there,
Right. And to be absolutely fair to EA with what they've done with Star Wars, it really has been good.
right?
Overall, been good. They've had their dark moments.
Sure.
The Battlefront 2 situation, that was a dark time for them.
Yeah,
Did not work out well.
I think they tried to resolve that as best as they could. Yeah,
No, and they did a fantastic job resolving it.
right.
They made Battlefront 2 a fantastic game. Absolutely worth your purchase. If you didn't play it, you should.
Right.
I will give EA all the credit in the world for what they did. They made that game fantastic. After totally fumbling to start.
Yes. That was like a snap and it's like, whoops. That's
Oh yeah, it was totally a whoops.
Yep.
But they Eli Manning'd it,
Right.
got it together, threw it to a guy who was competent,
Yes.
and won the Super Bowl.
Okay, we got to remember how many people watch football that listen to us, because that's probably not very many. I'll just say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it was totally relevant.
That is true.
YouTube, Eli Manning, lucky son of a bitch.
Right.
Google it.
Yes.
It's gonna show up. But yeah, I mean, EA has, while they've, like I said, had missteps, they've recovered well. And Jedi Fallen Order was just a hit from the beginning.
Right.
There's not much wrong with this game. The combat's fantastic. The gameplay's fantastic. They didn't do much wrong here. So for them to continue and do more, that's a very welcome surprise.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. And
for me to say that about EA, that's a feat.
right?
I mean, I crap on them a lot.
Yeah, you're not alone in that camp.
No.
Yeah.
But you give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
And credit is totally due to how they've handled Star Wars properties when they release them.
Right.
Because they've had plenty of things that have fallen through. But they've also, when they release it, it does kind of knock it out of the park.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, sticking with video games for a moment. Fan-made video games.
Right.
Not really a normal thing we talk about.
No, it's not.
We've all seen fan films.
Yes.
We've all read fan fiction.
Yep.
Have we ever played a fan video game?
I got to be honest with you, Joe. I really didn't even know this was a thing until I heard about this.
Me either.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah, this was a shock for me.
So, Star Wars Redemption. We got there.
Yes. Yes, we finally
got there. Redemption. Here we are. So, it is a fan-made video game.
Right.
Using the Unreal Engine 4. Set in the Clone Wars era.
Right. So, from what I've seen, it's basically just the trailer. That looks pretty cool. To me, I'm getting a vibe of, set during the Clone Wars era. And so clearly we have a lot of clone troopers, and I'm getting the vibe of like a mashup between, the Clone Wars as we know it and the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Like,
Yep.
some of the scenes there are just, I don't know, kind of cool looking that way. Little stylized.
For sure. I definitely dig this character's lightsaber.
Yeah?
Yeah, like,
did I miss something here?
So at times it's a saber staff.
Oh.
You see her go in, it's totally a saber staff. They're connected.
Oh.
And they separate.
Okay.
I was like, okay, that's cool. Like,
Right.
This just makes sense, right? Like, as a fighter, you would think that would be a great tactical decision.
Yeah.
So I dug that. As far as the design goes, I'm getting a lot of Overwatch vibes here.
Yes. There is that.
I feel like our main character is Tracer.
Right. With lightsabers.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, definitely with lightsabers. But I mean, just the pose, like, it's not that she looks like Tracer or anything like that. Just the poses, the way, like, it almost seemed like she does a finishing move and she's got a Tracer pose.
Right. Yes. Now I will say, I'd be pretty darn willing to like let some of that go because, fan game, fan made game.
I mean, so I have this downloaded. I'm going to check this out, this demo.
Excellent.
Yeah, fan game. I'm in. Let's see it.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely something new to me, and I'm going to be curious to get your feedback on it because, very interesting. You know that people had to put their heart and soul into this because, legally they can't make a dime off of it. So everything they're doing it for their love of Star Wars. So
yeah. Ouch. Because everything looks fantastic.
It does.
So I have it downloaded. I'm going to check it out. I gotta say though, like it's a new thing, right? Like I can't remember ever seeing a fan made game. I've seen mods to other games,
Right.
things like that. This doesn't seem to be a mod of an existing game. This seems to be something someone's built using Unreal Engine 4.
Right.
Now, I'm sure, I say that like that, but I'm sure there's other, existing game codes that were used to build this, because it does feel very Force Unleashed or Jedi Fallen Order in its combat.
Right.
So I'm sure there's ideas for code out there.
Yeah.
But still, this is not like making a film. This is making something that someone can do unique things each time they come in.
Yes. And, we might just be getting to that point, Joe, where to do a fan film, has become so, I shouldn't say so easy, but it's become a lot easier for people to do since the days of them having a Super 8, camera, but all that, but
Yeah. Oh, you did a fan film?
Yeah.
Amateur.
right. But, now we're probably just getting to that point where, to be able to do a fan made video game is going to be, just the norm. And I don't know, hopefully we'll see a lot more of this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And hopefully they just continue to let it happen, right? Like,
exactly.
That's always the fear. Like, and that was the fear when Disney took over.
Yes.
Like, what's going to happen to fan fiction?
Yes. I think
fan fiction's still alive and well.
yes.
There's good stuff out there. They let it be out there.
I think George recognized just how valuable the promotion is worth, by letting fans, not make money off of this stuff, but,
And that's still intact, right? You're not allowed to make a dime off this stuff. If you make
Correct.
fan fiction, you can't sell it.
Exactly.
They definitely let you stretch the fair use laws
Yep.
as far as they go.
Yes.
But I love that people are so passionate to continue to make stuff like this. And I look forward to trying it out because I can only imagine what a fan passion driven video game is going to be like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably going to, this is where you're going to probably be able to see a lot of the stuff that, that fans call out for,
Right.
They,
And I'm sure technically it'll be flawed.
Sure.
Much like watching fan fiction or, watching a fan made film or, reading fan fiction, there's flaws, right? Like,
yeah.
they're there and they're typically glaring,
Yep.
but it's the subtleties, right? It's that you feel that love.
Exactly. And that's where the rest of us fans are going to be willing to overlook some of those flaws because we know, just how much the creators of this love the franchise and put their heart and soul into it. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. Now I want a Troops video game. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So yeah, playing Stormtrooper cops is going to be amazing.
That would be
just throwing it out there.
Amazing. Yes.
I mean, I can't do it, but someone should.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The Bad Batch.
Yes.
So we are at the second to last episode of the season.
Yes.
So season 1, episode 15 is what we're talking about. Return to Kamino.
Yeah.
Well, thought we weren't going back here. Hunter promised.
Right.
Totally promised. Said, you'll never have to come back here.
Hey, he said he was sorry, okay?
I know. He said he was sorry. But hell, everyone watching was like, you can't keep that promise.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we all knew that we're going back to Kamino.
All right, so thoughts overall.
Well, I'm not quite sure where we're going here. Where we're at with Crosshair, I'm not quite sure yet. Because I'm not sure that I trust that he's telling the truth about his chip.
Right.
And, I guess we're going to find all that out next episode. It's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, this was a really, typically when you have these 2-part finales, right? It's left open-ended. We understand that.
Yes.
But you have a direction. I'm not quite sure where this is going.
Right.
I kind of know where they're going to pick up because season 2 was announced.
Yeah. We did get that announcement. I think we're still going to be left with some sort of cliffhanger.
I do got to say, a season 2 announcement with an episode like this was a horrible plan.
Right?
I'm sorry. I don't feel like you announced the Bad Batch season 2 and you lose a member right now.
Gotcha.
You know, you don't build people's expectations and kill off one of the team.
Right. I mean, I don't know that we need to necessarily kill off the team, you know.
But you understand what I mean.
I do. I get what you're saying.
I don't want that. I don't see that as a necessity. But it pulls from the suspense a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
the feel of danger for the Bad Batch for Clone Force 99 here.
Yeah.
Got lessened by their announcement.
I see what you're saying. I just, you know, we still don't know what's going on with them. You know, I got a feeling enough was foreshadowed for me to figure it out, but
yep.
Right. So when we leave the episode, the Bad Batch is still inside the city, and the city's fallen over into the water and all that. You know, so I think those tubes are going to be their escape route. But
what?
Yeah, I know. So there were some things. I will say this: there were some things about this episode that struck me as I don't like okay, they're following Hunter's comm frequency, and Omega tells them about this platform they can land on, and you know they have this whole deal with, you know, have to get down low to the water to activate it, and they land on it, and they learn about these tubes. And it's like a secret way to get in, you know, so they're avoiding confrontation all the way up until the point where, okay, Crosshair's got Hunter in the training arena, and so we're just going to hop on this lift and go right in the middle of the training arena, because that's not what Crosshair would expect. It's like every time you think he's not going to be expecting something, that's what you expect him to think. You know what I'm saying? I just...
Right.
And they were stealthy about getting in there, only to just launch themselves right in the middle of everything. I don't know. That was a little weird to me. So
There were a lot of things here that were weird to me.
yeah.
You know, they go to Raxus, right? Raxus, relatively light Imperial control, right?
Yeah.
Same with it's escaping me. Ryloth.
Right.
They enter those systems and they're called out. They got to give clearance codes.
Yeah.
You know, just by going in.
Yes.
Like, hey, what are you doing here?
Yep.
In this one, nothing.
Exactly.
They just sneak right under.
Right.
3 Star Destroyers. Nothing.
Exactly.
So I thought that was a little odd.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of got it kind of seemed like maybe they were letting them come in.
I mean, that was Crosshair's plan. You know, he basically says as much.
Right.
So possibly, but you know, for
but
all
don't you think they would be tipped off? Like, wow, they're just letting us come in. Like that's where it got real odd.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of this in Star Wars. You know, that's, you know, that kind of thing. You got to let go sometimes, I guess.
Right, but I feel like a lot of those situations where they just get let in, your protagonist is like, wow, that was too easy. Why'd they just let us come in?
Yes.
You know, you typically get a little affirmation to the fact that was weird. Not in this episode.
Right.
They just snuck in and went to this secret platform and no one was the wiser.
Exactly.
Thought that was weird.
It's definitely weird. Another thing I thought it was a little strange was when Crosshair delivers Hunter to Kamino, and he's met by Rampart. Rampart says, "On Ryloth, you caught my attention." But then that's it. He's like, "Okay, Crosshair, you deal with him." I was expecting something, from Rampart right there. I felt like we were missing a, you and your team thought you could get away with blah, 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 blah. You need that little, the bad guy exposition there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting it.
Well, especially when you take the opportunity with Ryloth to tell a Hera story.
Yeah.
They didn't tell the Bad Batch story. Like,
right.
Okay, they did this. And you understand that they did this. But you need a little connection of the dots, right?
Yep.
Your attack on our base on Ryloth garnered my attention.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, you were on Ryloth, it garnered my attention. Which part?
Exactly.
And, at what point did you realize?
And, it's... I don't know. I was looking for that. It's cliche, it's whatever, but I felt like there was a hole left in that little interaction when Rampart just says, "Okay, you deal with this," to Crosshair. Stay on schedule. It's like, wait a minute. You just told the guy he's got your attention, and now you're just dismissing him. It didn't make sense. I mean, give a little explanation as to how bad Hunter's going to hate life now. You know what I'm saying? That's what
right.
That's what I was waiting for. So that in and of itself leaves the character of Rampart feeling a little flat to me. So I don't know.
It's not a character I love from the onset.
Yeah, true.
And I don't say love like, oh, I empathize with this guy.
No. I mean,
No, he's a dick.
Yeah.
But but just what makes him tick, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Flesh him out a little.
Yes.
He just seems a little too puppety.
Exactly. I think they're trying to go for the emotionless, calculating admiral type character, but it's like we already got one of those, and he's blue. But this one just seems flat.
This is a emotionless, tactical character that is not thinking for himself.
Right. Exactly.
It's not Thrawn.
No, it is definitely not Thrawn, and this guy is reporting directly to Tarkin.
Right. He's kind of inept, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. I will say,
not really inept, but arrogant.
Yeah. Yeah. He considers himself
could do really well if he wasn't so arrogant.
He considers himself probably more elevated than he is in the hierarchy, I think,
right,
of the Empire. But I was going to say, I did appreciate the, you may fire when ready from Tarkin. That was nice.
Did you?
I did. I liked it.
I thought that was dumb. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow. Really? We're recycling stuff here? Like,
oh, they do it all the time. I mean,
I know, but it was bad.
I kind of liked it.
I mean,
that was one of those things that just make me like, gotcha. Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I personally thought it was dumb.
Okay.
Yeah, no argument, right? Like,
right.
Like, I'm glad you that connected with you, right? Like,
sure.
But at the same time, I feel like their recycling of lines is like, ugh.
Now, okay. To your point, I understand where you're coming from with that. It is definitely a cheap way of trying to connect with original trilogy fans, right? And for whatever reason, it did for me during this episode. But
Right.
you know, it's definitely a cheap way of going about it. You know, I mean, you could dig a little deeper into stuff like that if you're going to try and get people to go, "Ooh, I caught that." You know, then don't put it right out there in your face. You know,
Right. Yeah, it just the way it was going down, like what was happening, like really, like did you need Tarkin for this?
right?
That was a lot of it, right? Like,
Well, I think that's what makes clear that Rampart is not the one in charge.
oh,
Really.
he's totally a punk, but
Yeah,
the Tarkin you may fire when ready was like it was a little over the top for me.
yeah,
And I'm typically a Tarkin fan. Like,
right.
I mean, I don't like what he does, but
No,
I like the way the character is portrayed as a villain. Like,
right.
I was happy to see the tasers were put on hold a little bit.
Yeah, only one, right? Only one use this episode. It's funny because our Bad Batch was fighting against droids, and it was
Balls to the wall.
yep.
Let her rip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did take note of that. I mean,
Yeah. Didn't like it.
yeah. So I don't know. What do you think about Crosshair, and where does he stand? I mean, is he being honest with Hunter? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay. So you think that no matter what, there's really nothing that they're going to be able to do to convince him to join them as
Correct.
a full unit? Oh, interesting.
Whether or not he remains with the Empire is in question.
Right. Because I think the Empire just made it clear they really don't care about him that much.
They really don't.
Yeah.
But his relationship to the crew, that's over.
Interesting.
So I could see him becoming a bounty hunter.
Huh. Well, we'll just have to see how that plays out because, you know, if he's that good of a marksman, you know, we'll have to, you know, you would think that we'd have heard of him.
Yep.
So, but maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah. Next week, the big finale. Sure, we'll get some answers.
Right. And more questions.
Yeah. So it's season 2 is already a thing, apparently.
Yes.
I really think that hurt them.
Well, we'll see. I'm reserving judgment on that until after we see the final episode of the season. Yeah. You think this cliffhanger we had here for the part 1 of the 2 episode finale kind of thing is it would have held more weight if we didn't know there was going to be a season 2 or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know how to word it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
like just like a maybe we wouldn't know regardless.
Okay.
But yeah, either way.
Okay. Well, we'll find out what we know after next week, and then because I got a feeling we're gonna be left with a real cliffhanger then. but we'll see.
Apparently, because now we know that another season's happening, so might as well just.
Yeah, it's not like they made this decision last week, though. You know, it's
No. I mean, they're totally intentionally screwing with us.
I love that. That's how you take it. Like we're gonna mess with Joe now.
Well, I don't think they're gonna mess with Joe.
I know.
I'm not taking it personally. Because they have no idea who the hell I am.
Right.
But, yeah. They're definitely screwing with fandom as a whole with that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Man.
we'll see. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, if you have anything to add, you can always email us, show@thewordsofmore.com. It's truly the best way to get a hold of us. But we're also on social media. We're at The Words of More on Twitter, Facebook.com/TheWordsOfMore. You can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at TheWordsOfMore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think that just about covers it.
All right. We will talk next week.